What's going on YouTube? This is AK and you're watching Vlogmore, and I wanted to wish a happy new year to all my subscribers and my viewers that make this channel possible. Alright, what do we got for today? Well, first off, I just want to say don't mind the tree in the background. It will be taken down shortly because it is now January of 2019. And I don't want to be one of those people that don't take their tree down until like March of this year. So that probably won't be in the next video that you guys see. So just a tidbit of information there. Alright, so what am I covering today? Well, handgun that I chose to cover today is one that for the semi-automatic community, handgun community, it's kind of a dinosaur. Not revolver dinosaur, like I said, semi-automatic handgun community. So it's a gun that I really don't hear anyone talking about too much anymore, but I think is a paramount staple in home defense. When you're looking for something that's reliable, has good barrel length, just, you know, all around just versatile handgun. So let's get into that handgun. What am I talking about today? Well, that handgun is the Glock 17, the iconic Austrian-made Glock 17. Of course, all the other Glocks are from Austria as well, but this is the one that set the world on fire. Okay. Now, I just want to give a quick little history lesson about this handgun and just why this thing is so awesome. So first things first, the 17 that's here, if you can see that. Kind of hard to focus it, but right there. See that 17? All right. That 17 comes about from, contrary to popular belief, you know, the patent number, not the magazine count. So a lot of people think that the Glock 17 is named such because there are 17 rounds in the magazine. It's not that. It's actually just the patent number. And there were no model 1 through 16s, you know, Glocks, you know, historically. It's just the patent number applied to this particular handgun. That's the reason why it was the 17th patent. That's why it's called that. So also interesting bit of information about the Glock 17 is it's the most widely used handgun for law enforcement across the world. Okay, you want to talk about a track record? Like if there was one handgun that you wanted to choose for home defense, okay, or you know, bug out situation, whatever, and one that has the data behind it, you wouldn't have to look any further. You can complicate things and look for smaller options because, you know, everything right now is a more compacted market. But in terms of just a handgun that has been tried and true time and time again, the Glock 17's it. Okay, so most widely used among law enforcement around the world. Another thing I thought was really interesting about the Glock 17 was the fact that this gun's been around a really long time. Okay, civilians were still carrying revolvers in America for the majority of civilians when this handgun was a thing. Okay, this was actually used by military and police in Austria, okay, and introduced and accepted and used as far back as 1982. Okay, that's a while ago. 1982. You and I both know, my viewers who are older than me and my age, that, you know, most of us were, you know, our fathers and granddads and stuff like that, they were still carrying revolvers at that time, and a lot of police departments were still using revolvers at the time when this thing came into use in Austria, where it was invented. So that's pretty interesting to me. So the technology here, this is 1982 technology with just a few, you know, modifications, because this is the Gen 3 Glock. So I really think that that's an impressive feat for the Austrians, that they could, you know, create a weapon like this that ended up changing the whole aspect of handgun usage from that moment forward, you know, back in 1982. So I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, really old. That's why I could see why people think that this gun's a dinosaur too, because, you know, this is the original. Okay, this is the one that really set the world on fire. So Yeah, just awesome little firearm here. So features in this gun, really just kind of, it's basic. It's a Gen 3, you know. You can tell, like I said, by the accessory rail here and the grip. All right. To me, the Generation 3 Glocks, you know, are my favorite generation. Matter of fact, a subscriber had even said in the comment section a couple videos back that the Gen 3 was his favorite as well, and I'd have to agree with him. You know, most of my Glocks are Generation 3s. So yeah, this is the Gen 17, an old gem that I think a lot of you should own if you just want a Glock for the home, for self-defense. I would choose this over most applications. I mean, unless you're living like in a war zone, you know, and you think like an AR-15 would be a better option, you know, but if you're living in an area that's highly populated, it would be a good rule of thumb to have a weapon like a Glock 17 because, you know, it's small, it's hard to find if a criminal wanted to break into your home while you're not there and, you know, steal a weapon. It's a lot easier to hide one of those than it would be an AR or an AK. That's something to think about, right? So, just a lot of different advantages that the Glock 17 has. So I just kind of wanted to go over a quick little, you know, history about the weapon and all the advantages that it has. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, hit that bell so that you can get all the information that you guys need about practical, reliable firearms. Thanks very much. Happy New Year.